Hello, how's it going? It's me again. I'm just doing a quick one here. I kind of wish I was at Gen Con this weekend. I don't kind of want to. I wish I was at Gen Con. I wish I was at Gen Con. But, you can't always have what you want. I'm going to Worldcon in a couple of weeks, so I can't really complain too much. Um, I among the various things at Gen Con would have liked to have seen were some of the panels and some of the publishers who have new products coming out. And Modifius being a big one. I really want to see that more of that Star Trek game that they're coming out with. I've been a big fan of Star Trek since childhood, like before D&D. I was still a fan of just Star Trek. My family is fans of Star Trek, so it's part of my makeup, I guess. Now, I also wanted to talk to the guys at Pinnacle, talk to Sean, Fannin, and the rest. Sean, actually, I've met several times at conventions. He's a very nice guy, and we have several friends in common. He's definitely within the realm of my circles, as it were. Anyways, I would have liked to have talked to them about their work on Rifts. I backed the Kickstarter, and I think I like what I've seen so far in the PDFs. Good artwork, really good artwork, which is a hallmark of Rifts. Actually, there's always been some really compelling and interesting art in the books that Palladium turned out. So it's kind of important that they had something on that level with the new Savage Worlds version. Now, having also looked at it, um, Savage Worlds definitely does give a new perspective on the rules. Gives the same world, a lot of the same feel, but the rules don't get in the way quite so much. So there's that. Also, their changes on how they handle mega damage makes the game a little more playable for people who don't want to be running around in a power armor. So I'm looking forward to that, and I would have liked to have talked to those guys, and a few others. I One of the things I enjoyed from my one visit to Gen Con was the sort of incidental conversations with lots of really cool people. The as much as I suffer from my own sort of deep insecurities, and I do, I um, there's something about the conversations with strangers that you all have the same thing in common. You learn things, and it's like that feeling that you get in day to day when you come across something interesting and fun, but it's like turned up to 11 because it's all around you, and you've got so much that it's almost overwhelming. So yeah, I definitely wish I was at Gen Con right now. Now, I did come up with an idea for today's show that I wanted to try, and this may be a successful or unsuccessful experiment. Tell me about your character. No, really, that's my shtick right now. I would like to hear about your favorite characters. What made them your favorite character? What made them compelling to you? Tabletop, LARP, what have you? What made the character interesting and fun to play? What made him or her interesting from the standpoint of dealing with other players? How did the other players react? My own experience, my probably the character that I am in some ways going to be forever associated with, beyond Brother Saul, who was my first LARP character, is a character named Mortimer Underhill. And Mortimer was a gravedigger, you see, and he's quite creepy. Yes, he was a gravedigger, but he was also a good man. He's a good guy. You see, he was almost paladin like in his morality, but his skills were much more roguish. You know, he was sneaky and quiet and fearless, and he was fun to play, and I really enjoyed playing that character. I have so many other characters that I enjoyed playing. I will say that probably the ones that are the most memorable have always been LARP characters, just because you inhabit them in a way that you don't in tabletop games. But there are plenty of tabletop characters that stick out in my head as well. So yeah, I'm curious. What's your favorite character? What's tell me about your favorite character. How often do you get that particular prompt? Anyways, thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, share with all the people, and check out the Patreon if you can afford to. If you can't, it's cool. No worries. I'm going to keep making these anyway. But we'll talk later. Stay out of trouble, peoples. Stay out of trouble.